getting into this reading, the pre-shuffle, what came out was the card of serendipity, and its meanings are, just an opportunity aligned with whatever readiness level that you have right now. So the awareness of like synchronicity and what that means, like, um, just luck and good fortune appearing as signs, symbols, and things that you get to experience. And it feels like in a magical um, alignment of events, right? So the message is that you stepped into alignment with the greater good, where your dreams and the collective dreams are resonating in harmony, right? So now is the time for luck and preparation to meet and create miracles that you could have never, just planned by yourself. So keeping in mind that you are a channel for providence right now, and like the higher energy is using you as a force, right? And your fortune is because of everyone else's fortune that you are helping, of course. So everything that you bring into being is like giving you a legacy for others in the future to be able to be, help and supported. So your service to the world is being supported at this time, and you can expect the unexpected, right? And smile because spirit is like bless that much, It's kind of a relaxed symbol where you can be more flexible, right? Um, you're not having to, struggle, right? And spirit is always knowing what you're needing. So your message of prosperity is like being in the right place at the right time, and then just grateful for everything aligning in your favor, even without you, purposefully doing. So that victory and that success is yours, right? You name it and you claim it. So the choices that you have made in the past are just preparing you for this lucky moment, right? Let's see some tarot. Bottom of the deck, we have Ace of Pentacles. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. If you are enjoying the reading, make sure you hit the like button or subscribe button. Let's see. So the card that is out is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is like, bring us fire. Authority. Some of the keys, obviously, when you're sitting, where you feel like you have a place where you're sitting of authority, right? Diplomacy, accomplishments, like people honor and respect you, like in whatever you do. There are external forces that's coming and balancing what you feel internally, right? So the King of Wands is symbolizing that capable person in you, like someone who's charismatic, right? You have the force of being just influential to so many people. Also, the dark side of that is just like being manipulative, right? Where you just have that ability to affect people. So you have to be very careful about how you are, leading, because you're a very strong leader and you attract like-minded people to you, just as others are you are able to come up with very creative and complex ideas with very much ease. So, if there are any opportunities that are presenting themselves to you, like with serendipity, now is the time to seize them. So, let's get another. I see the Ace of Pentacles coming out again, right? So, that's the opportunity of opportunities. So the ace is always at the back, right? It's like the last of the last sticks. So it's like where you come to at the end of your journey, finally reaching that prosperity and that stability that you've been, yearning for. And having, again, like I said, opportunities, ventures, rewards, coming to you all at the same time. So new energy and old energy paying you off for all that you've done, right? So this card, it signifies a prosperous beginning and the potential to grow and just to learn long-term success. So it's that future stability. And if you are, contemplating your investments, now is a good time to like get things in motion. It's a great time for that. And this energy speaks of like just strategizing, coming back to the King of Wands energy, something in that, laying out the blueprint, right? And knowing that your outcomes will always be, fruitful. And from this state of understanding comes the ability to identify any opportunities as they arise, right? And this card speaks to your intuition as well, trusting yourself, trusting whatever it is, that you can, put your faith into, whatever it is that you put your faith into, trusting that it will, crop up opportunities for you. Okay. Hello. Another card I'm seeing is the Four of Pentacles. Getting these all into frame is like a challenging time, but the Four of Pentacles is that same end of, deck energy. Something where you're trying to balance all, like, I kind of think of the energy of, trying to manage new things coming in and, learning what to get rid of and, learning what to keep. I think even on a grand scale, like, in the world, it's hard for us to figure what parts of the world we need to do away with, even in systems, right? When it comes to like greed and resistance to change at a very large scale. And then when we think about us on our personal level, where we have to deal with our own materialism and our own obstacles that we come up with. So it's like very much we're all reaping a lot of rewards and wealth and things of that nature will be at its height. But it's like, what do you do with that? And trying to have a checks and balance, So you reach a wonderful state of success, it may be a good time to look closer at your own priorities and look at what you're, after you get all the money, what are you doing it for yourself? What are you trying to prove to yourself, right? Um, and not trying to spend too much time on, personal affluence or material things, right? Because the accumulation of wealth, of social status is like you're taking pride in that all that you have achieved, but not the illusion of the physical wealth. It's just that's an accumulation because you are able to be who you know, it's not anything getting in your way of how you want to serve, the world or how you are as a leader. What obstacles you can overcome as a human in this world, right? It can also be affecting or reflecting on negative attachments that can stunt your personal growth. And there may be like an emotional void that you try to fill or holding on to things like a mask, you know, a lack of security, right? So, a great look at your priorities because even this card in the reverse is like an indication of excessive materialism. So, it's not excessive to have, you know, I think we can figure what excessive is, right? But it's that comes from like a fear of poverty as well. It's just the same, right? So it's not better on either side, of course, to take or to overtake or to overgive. Neither one of those feel good. It's like the check and balance always. So is your energy being used in a healthy way and spending time on yourself or, you know, the people you love and maintaining that balance, of course. Let's get one more. The King of Swords. Talking about balance, right? The King of Swords, like, very much a card of, having a level head on your shoulders, a balanced place of authority, right? Logic, reason, ambition, honor, being very confident in, analyzing yourself and your strengths and your skills, right? And knowing that it is time that you can act in strength and confidence and you can look at, life without having any limiting emotions on yourself. And you're very sharp, right? And you have a lot of convictions and you stand up. You don't concern yourself with other people's opinions because, I mean, you already know you already know that you have what it takes. You already know that you are already accomplished. So a lot of people will come in after you've already done something. But the type of person that a King of Swords is like an intelligent, decisive person who already handles whatever you've been dealt in a logical way. And often you're seen as like a person of authority, knowing how to get things done. And even being able to exclude your emotional like expressions. So you tend to be less sensitive, as well. But yes, it's very much a way of control, like your tone, your voice affects as well. Even though you aren't necessarily coming from a place of negativity, but you're being able to be fair and firm, right? So the like flip side of this, right, is the manipulative energy of like authority or intelligence or power. So it's someone who's not egotistical when you're in the upright. So like I said throughout, basically being able to handle those moments serendipity. Obviously, you're going to be in a place of, expecting a lot. And with much given, much is expected. Isn't that a quote or something? Right? So, I do see, people who are very blessed and whatnot. They have to be very careful of how they're behaving and, the things. So, yes, that is your reading. I definitely appreciate you watching. Let me know if you liked the video by liking the video, right? And make sure that you subscribe too, so that you will see more from me. And I will see you